Happy Thursday. I had tennis this morning. I'm playing a lot of tennis because tennis season's right around the corner. For some reason, they're starting it at the end of February. It used to start in March, but it's in February. In 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. No, 3. What's today? Yeah, 3 weeks. I might be a little crazy, but I'm on 4 USTA, 4 USTA teams and a Gate City team. I think Rob is on 5. So we love tennis. I want to give you an update on Lizzie. I haven't updated you in a long time, and I keep getting messages and I haven't really responded. We had to rehome her. It was one of the absolute hardest decisions. It took us, I want to back up and say, when we got Bug, we were ready for Bug. We waited and found the right breeder, the right dog. We just waited, and we were mentally prepared, emotionally prepared, and we knew what it would take to raise a pup. Bug came from a breeder that was in the business, I think, back then, right around 20 years. And that's all he did. He bred dogs and he trained them. And I want to share a story. I don't think I ever shared the story of when we first met him and Bug. I have to put you here because I want to show you what he did. So when we went over to meet Bug and the breeder, it was 5 hours away from where we lived in Indiana. And we pulled up outside of the garage because he kept the dogs in the garage. And we walked in the side door and they were all barking. And he had the crates lined up against the wall, and the wall. So they were kind of like a U shape. And they were all barking. And he walked up to the side where the adults were and he went, shh. And he went over to the next part and went, shh. And went over here and went, shh. And it was like the wave. You know, when you do the wave, they all got quiet. He also trains all of their dogs to be very social with people. He would invite his friends over once a week. They would sit in the middle of the room. They would play cards. The dogs would be able to run around. He taught them to walk on different surfaces. He taught them to go towards a noise instead of running away. So Bug, when we got him, we were working on our house. This was in Crown Point, Indiana. And we brought him home one night. The next day, they were working on our kitchen. We redid our kitchen. And they were working with power tools, the air compressor, etc. And Bug was snoring in his crate. Nothing bothered him. He loved riding in the car because he was taught that. So when we got Bug, we were emotionally ready, and we got a dog that was ready for us. And plus, when you want a dog, you're all in. Lizzie came to us because our family member got her and realized that she was going to be too hard to take care of. And we didn't want her to go back where she came from because she came from a bad situation. Our goal was to see if she meshed with our family and if she meshed with Bug. And we noticed over the past, in the beginning he was okay, but towards the end, it was ripping my heart out because I loved Lizzie, but he would sit right here on the couch and just stare at me with the saddest little eyes. We just slowly watched him decline. He wasn't playing anymore. He'd play a little bit outside, but he would let her jump all over him and he'd just stand there with really no response. And Rob and I promised ourselves that if that was the issue, we couldn't do that to him. It's not fair. So we agonized over this. I mean, it took us weeks and weeks, and we both cried and it was a mess. absolute mess. But through some mutual friends, I found a lady who did fostering and rescue. And she had her for a couple of weeks. And now Lizzie is in her permanent home, a home where they wanted her. They were looking for a dog like her. Promise I'll wrap this up. I just got an email from the rescuer that still talks to the family that has Lizzie, because they promised to give updates. They said that she is still settling in, but they absolutely adore her. And there's not one day, oh my God, poop. There's not one day that goes by that they don't tell her that she's loved and she's safe. Oh my God. So, Bug, on the other hand, he is thriving. He is happier now than he's been in a long time. And I don't know if you remember, but he was sick. There was something wrong with him. And after the medicine, then Lizzie came, and I think it was just too much. But since she's gone, he looked around for her for one day, and that was it. He does zoomies. He runs around in the backyard. He is so happy to see us. He's back to himself. And with Bailey home, Bailey gives him attention. So he is, he's a happy pup. Anyway, sorry to get so emotional, but I always told myself, when I get a pup, I will never, ever give it up. Never. But I think that changes when you are looking for a pup and get a pup that way, then you take a pup and you're not ready for it. I think that makes the difference. I'm very happy that she's in a happy home, and I miss her. But it's best for her and it's best for Bug. So yeah. So today here at the Blended, today I'm just going to cry all day. No, I'm good. I'm not sure what I'm going to work on. I might try to see if I can get those rails made. I do have another project in the master bathroom. I don't share the master bathroom that often because it is muy feo. That means very ugly in Spanish. It has black marble tile from floor to the ceiling. Black. It had a black toilet when we moved in, but we changed that out. There's something about sitting on a black toilet that's very unsettling. And it's going to be a while before we even do anything to the bathroom. So I want to change out the lights. I want to change out the cabinet above the toilet because there's really no storage in there. And I want to paint the counter or the vanity, which is not really a vanity. It's just this bathroom needs some help. So in the interim, I'm going to jazz it up a bit. So I have that to do. And then I want to add, there's wainscoting here, and I have all of the extra boards from the project that I just did. So I think I want to add those boards along here and along here to kind of use the boards up and give this area a little more character. And I want to try to see if I can change this out because this is just, I know the house is 100 years old, but I need to kind of jazz that up a bit too.